What's up, guys? Welcome back to Let's Play Gungrave Overdose! So, curse your son of inevitable betrayal, Garino. Yeah, as if we didn't see that coming. So now we have to fight the mutated seed form of Don Corsione, which is lovely. He's actually not that hard of a boss. It seems like the game decides it wants to have the important characters be hard bosses and all these seed mutant things just be pushovers. Not that I'm complaining, because like I said, this game loves bosses like, what, Capcom in the, or no, Konami in the early 90s on the Genesis. Yeah. So he has a variety of interesting attacks, including throwing exploding eyeballs at you and sending out big rotary spinning disc things that shoot at you. He has weird machine gun things on his very pointy legs, and he likes to hop around and try to attack you with them. He also has a really nasty attack where he sort of jumps into the background and tries to rush you with his little pin things. Wow, I completely missed with that demolition shot there. That was supposed to be the Ultimate Boss Destroyer one, but I completely missed with it. You can see right now when that little target indicator appears, you know he's going to come flying across the screen like that. And if you time it right, you can dodge it, but if you don't time it right, as you can see, he sends you flying, and it's guaranteed to take out your shields and do a pretty tremendous amount of damage. The first time I fought him, he killed me in probably about 30 seconds because he hit me multiple times with that, and I just couldn't recover from it in time. So we're basically saving our demolition shots for when we have to recover health or when he's vulnerable. As you can see, if you target his main body there, he still has a shield around him, so can't really do that much damage. So I'm toggling my target to various different parts of his body, mainly the hinges of his legs there where the machine guns are. And then for some reason he decided to send out his little flying guys. I'm probably going to get rid of them with the AoE demolition shot. As soon as they all circle around me, there we go, that's good. We'll go ahead and get rid of those. They look like little floating pipe things. I don't even know how to describe it. This is a weird-ass boss. He has a giant hand coming up from... I don't even know. Like, it looks like his normal body is there, but it's just like one of his arms has become a giant hand, and it's also become three pointy legs. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it is interesting we're having a boss fight on top of a cargo plane, which is interesting. Which should be physically impossible, but we'll suspend our disbelief because this is Yasuhiro Naito's perfect fantasy of ridiculousness. And he never did care much about realism, now did he? Well, Trigun is pretty realistic, but anybody that's read or watched Blood Blockade, forget about it. I wish they would make a game based on that. I would totally let's play that as well. Again, I managed to dodge it the first time and not the second time. He's getting pretty low on health. I want to be careful, though. I do want to use a demolition shot on his torso again, and I hit him that time, but it didn't deal any damage, so that's kind of aggravating. I'm out now. But I think he mixes up his attack pattern a little bit when he gets low on health. I don't think he's going to be using I don't think he's going to be using his best attack quite as often now. I think he's going to be staying put, trying to hit us more with the eyes. But that's what they look like, right? Little exploding eyeballs. Oh, well, he's almost dead. I won't be able to get any kind of flashy finish on him, unfortunately, but if we just keep targeting his main body, we should be pretty good. He's going to try to charge up his little beam cannon thing there, but we're going to interrupt him, I believe. There we go. Just ignore the little floating disc things and just finish him off. Not only does he go flying off the plane, but he also explodes. You can't have one, you gotta have both. Every boss in this game explodes. Speaking of explosions. So instead of finding some clever way to dodge the explosions on the plane just blows up. Yeah, there's no way he could possibly survive that, but he does. I assume he got, the truck must have been on the cargo plane, and he just got in the truck, and the truck survived the crash somehow. I mean, it definitely can't be driven anymore. What a mess. That's all the blood that Miko is saving for me. Probably mixed in with some of their own at this point, because they've been all beaten up pretty badly.
Fangaram left without laying a hand on him. Can you believe it? There wasn't a scratch on him. Only him. And do you know what he did then?
Let's go, Spike. We have to keep fighting. Keep moving.
Mika? Are you all right? Spike did that. How could he?
But he saved me. Thanks to Seed, I can move.
But don't you see? He's turned you into a monster. Like me. You can never go back to your old self. Is that?
Spike's current location? What? Spike? Huh?
It's a trap.
Juji,
That place is filled with an army of monsters, armed to the teeth, waiting for us. My kind of odds. And when I'm through, I'm gonna teach that little punk a lesson. Just wait till I get my hands on him.
Well, looks like Juji's suspicions about Spike might not have been too far off. He definitely did something irreversible to Mika, whether it was for malicious intent to try to mess her up or turn her into a monster,
this is the seed factory we destroyed.
or if it was to save her life.
Isn't it obvious? They might as well hang a sign outside that says, trap.
Okay, Admiral Akbar.
They must think we're idiots.
Let's go find out. Alright, we're moving on to the final stage, pretty much. And much like in the final stage of the previous game, we have a different starting screen there, a different scene transition screen. So this is still the same area we were in the previous time we were at the seed factory. Of course, it's been destroyed now after we fought the Night Owl Angel. Last time we must not have gone deep enough, so let's try this again and do it right this time. Get to the bottom of all this nonsense. So, we have new enemy types in this area. They're basically the exact same AI scripts and variety as all the previous enemies we've been fighting in the game, but with a new skin, and they're a lot more powerful, as to be expected. I believe these guys are called Pure Seed Orgmen, I believe, or something along that line. But, yeah, they're as tough as they come, and we're going to be fully prepared for it, fortunately. We have to go through, I think, 4 rooms repeated back-to-back of encounters just full of these guys. And these rooms may look pretty spacious for this, but they're not. Trust me, this is going to be pretty close quarters, and it's going to be quite difficult. They only get harder from here on out. One thing that's definitely aggravating is the guys with the rocket launchers this time. Their rockets seek in on you very accurately, so that's actually kind of a plus, because even if it's not headed directly for you, you can still ricochet it back to its original owner. And then these guys with the machine guns, they're still going to do that little cocking animation where they're going to fire their grenade at you. So that's going to be their most dangerous attack, so you got to watch out for that when they stick their gun up in the air and then grab it with both hands like that. You know they're about to lob a grenade at you. As they should. I mean, whatever works against us, I suppose. But yeah, it's sort of similar to the enemies we fought at the final level of the previous game, those enhanced Orgmen with the all of their weapons sort of came out of their bodies like that. This is similar to that. We're still going to have to fight those giant mech death robot things, like that one, of course. And this room just does not hold back. I was like, oh, okay, cool, we just have to fight these 3 guys. That's not too bad. It gets worse. Just waiting on them to shoot those rockets. Do it, do it! I wasn't prepared. I thought I was, but I wasn't. I'm definitely going to want to save. I'm saving up my demolition shots, though, because I've test played this room extensively over and over again to try to figure out the most optimal strategy, because it's very hard. and I think I figured out what works. I used a demolition shot back there. I could afford to do that, but I want to save up to 3 demolition shots for the next upcoming part here, because it's going to make short work of them, definitely. Okay. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's not good. 4 of these guys. I think we can handle it, though. That's a lot of rockets coming back to them. They kind of dodged out of the way, though, which is really aggravating. It's hard to tell whether or not they've been defeated or not. They just get knocked back on their butts like that. I don't know why I jumped there. Alright, I have my 3 demolition shots, so I should be reset for the next room. Looks like he blew up to friendly fire there, which is lovely. Alright, almost through it. This is one of the most hard encounters in the game, in my opinion. Alright, looks like this one doesn't start off too bad, but we're going to be dealing with a lot more enemies coming up soon. The door stays open, so there's more enemies flooding in as we're continuing to fight. The whole room just seems to shake whenever they launch their rockets like that. Alright, almost there. There we go. Now is when it gets ridiculous. Alright, break out the BFG! We are not playing around. I still had time to dodge that guy who was trying to hit me from behind. Out of my way, we don't have time for you. Well, that dealt with that pretty well. I guess I would have been maybe a little bit more advantageous to use the tier 3 AoE attack, but it worked out just fine. And I haven't demonstrated. I've only used that one maybe one other time in the game, and it's really nice. It's one of my favorite animations. The high-level demolition shots in this game are just so nice. You may notice I haven't really been using the slow time one very much at all. I don't care for it very much. It's not my favorite kind. But I will be using it towards the end here.